If you're feeling stuck right now, like you're suspended between who you were and who you are becoming, you're not doing anything wrong. You are in the void. When my business collapsed and my relationship ended 2 years ago, I really found myself in the void. Nothing felt aligned, nothing was moving, my confidence was pretty shot, and I kept asking myself, am I wasting my life? Or am I being prepared for something that I cannot see yet? If you are in that same space, this video is absolutely for you. By the end, you'll understand what the void actually is, why it feels so disorientating, and how to show up and keep trusting yourself, even if it seems like nothing is working. Let's begin. And if you're rebuilding after failure or starting over in your life, hit subscribe so you do not have to walk this season alone. So let's talk about what the void actually is. People misunderstand the void. They think it's depression, laziness, or a lack of motivation, but it is not. The void is a melting of your old identity. It's the pause between the closing of one chapter and the opening of another. It's your nervous system resetting, and it's your spirit restructuring itself. It is the disorientation that happens just before clarity arrives, and it's the gestation phase of your comeback. Yeah, it can feel really uncomfortable and ugly. You can feel stuck in life, hollow, blurry. But this period of your life is also the most powerful stage of your recreation. I fell deep into the void when my life and business failed, and I moved to China to rebuild my life, my identity, and my finances. And on paper, yeah, things did look better. I had income again, I had structure, but inside, if I'm honest, I did feel pretty empty. I would sit in my apartment after work and think, I know something is ending, but I have no idea what is beginning. And that is the void. The old version of you is dissolving and the new you is quietly and slowly forming in the cocoon. So I know that the void can feel like you're wasting your life because nothing seems to land, right? You try new ideas and they feel off. You look at your old strategies and guess what? They no longer fit. You can sense your future self, but she hasn't quite arrived yet. You know that you cannot go back, but also you can't quite go forward. Your mind calls it stuck. Your nervous system calls it conservation. Your soul calls it rewiring. During my void season, I remember thinking I should be doing more. I should have figured life out by now. And I really did stop and start so many different things. Jobs, projects, morning routines. And every time something didn't stick, then yeah, the part in me, the brain in me was saying, see, you're wasting your time. It didn't work again. But the truth is, I was not wasting time. I really was shedding the identity that built my old life. And that takes energy. That takes a lot of energy. So if you're feeling stuck in life and feel that you really are not doing enough, please know this, the void is not inactivity. It is deep internal construction. And if you're comfortable in the comments, tell me, what does your void look like right now? Is the void in your work, relationships, or identity? I read every comment and you are definitely not the only one going through this. So here's the part that nobody ever tells you. The void is necessary. It's forging you, it's aligning you. It is stripping away everything that is false or outdated. It's preparing you for your next identity. And this is where you're going to gain the wisdom for your ultimate comeback. I didn't know at the time, but that season where I was going through my void was the time where I built my emotional leadership. It's where I learned how to listen to my body, how not to choose from panic, and how to follow my inner voice again. Without the void, I would still be that woman that made decisions to please other people, to fit in and to prove my worth. So if you're feeling stuck in life right now, remember that the void is definitely not punishment. It's a refinement. I feel like the void purified me and it can do the same for you. And once you see the void this way, the question shifts from how do I escape this to how do I walk through this with power? And this is the part that really matters. I'm going to tell you how to survive the void with dignity, self-trust, and grounded momentum, even when you're feeling really stuck in life. Number one, stop forcing clarity. I believe clarity comes when it's ready, not when you demand it. Clarity definitely comes easier when you take action. You must do that. You must experiment. You must try. Action will show you where you need to go because failure is powerful, remember. If you take action, you will find out what you want to do. The clarity will come. But clarity definitely does not show up at the beginning of the void. When you push and push and push for answers, then chaos is going to ensue. Instead, show up, experiment, and simply surrender to the process. Your next chapter will reveal itself in its own timing. Number 2, stop using timelines. The universe and God, they really have their own plan for you. And if we try and control everything down to the point where something is going to happen in a certain week or a certain month, it's not going to happen. Your job right now is to do what you need to do in order to take care of yourself financially, physically, mentally, and spiritually. Pay your bills, take care of your body, protect your mind. Do what you got to do, and the rest will fall into place. Number 3, stop shaming yourself for not moving faster. Remember that your body is rebuilding. Your identity is reshaping itself. Just like a flower grows underneath the ground first before it even shows a single petal, you're doing the same. You are being recreated in the soil. You are in the unseen part of your growth. Give yourself permission to be there. Let the rest unfold. Number 4, listen to your body. When you're in the void, your intuition is going to start becoming louder and louder and louder. And that's good. Your intuition really is your key. You just need to make space for yourself to hear it. Make intentional time for you to be by yourself, with yourself, away from your phone and other people's opinions. Walk without headphones, journal, sit in silence. Do simple activities that help your very own voice come through to you. Number 5, take micro action. In my void, it was very difficult for me to make big momentous moves, but I definitely could do small things. Research one option, explore one idea, follow one breadcrumb, and your life gently move in without forcing huge breakthroughs before you're ready. And this is how you survive the void, not by hustling your way out, but by walking through it with self-respect, patience, and tiny, honest steps. If you're listening to this and thinking, yeah, I get what you're saying, Alice, but my body is still not moving with it, that's exactly why I created the Flip Starter. It's a 1-hour guided experience for you to get clear on your next step and reconnect with the part of you that knows how to rise again. If this kind of support feels grounding to you right now, the link to the Flip Starter is below. You do not have to figure out this season alone. So let's be honest, the void doesn't finish at one magical moment and never come back. Most of us will move through many voids in our lifetime. And even when the clarity arrives, there is still this period where you have to see if your ideas actually work. So when does the void start to shift? Honestly, the void starts to shift the moment that you stop trying to resurrect the old you. When you stop forcing yourself to go back to an old identity that no longer fits, then change happens. It shifts when you start making small choices from your future self instead of your old wounded self. It shifts when just one breadcrumb appears, not the whole plan, just one tiny step. Sometimes it's just as subtle as your nervous system feeling that it can safely move again. You will notice the energy in your body reactivating without a lot of effort. You will find yourself curious again. You will want to try things, not because you're panicking, but because you feel a little bit more alive. I remember so clearly when the idea for the failure flip, my business, came to my mind. I was on the treadmill in the gym, just doing something completely ordinary. And then suddenly, boom, like everything that I had lived through, the failures, the losses, the lessons, it just clicked into place. I realized that I had to talk about failure as the path to your success. I love failure. But here's the important part. I am still creating this business. I do not have a 5-year plan, but what I do have is an idea, unshakable belief in my mission. I've been practicing hypnosis and psychology for years, and I have enough courage to follow through. The clarity comes first, the proof will inevitably follow. And that's what the end of the void really does look like. It's not a perfect roadmap, but it's an honesty inside you. You start saying goodbye to the old version of you, not in a big dramatic way, but in a series of small micro steps daily. You physically, spiritually, mentally begin welcoming in the new you, even when you're being tested, even when you're waiting, even when you're still not fully sure. So if you're feeling stuck in life and wondering, is this void ever going to end? Maybe you can shift the question to, can I notice the small ways in which it is already changing? Because as I said, the void doesn't really end with a bang. It softens into a new beginning, just one small breadcrumb at a time. So remember, if you're feeling stuck in life right now and that you're failing, you're not. You are evolving. You're being forged for your next chapter. You're shedding an identity that simply could not take you where you're going next. And if you want support in this season, the Flip Starter is there for you. A 1-hour experience to help you regulate, get clear, and remember that you do know how to rise. The link is below. And remember, dear Changemaker, you haven't failed. You've been forged. If this spoke to you, hit subscribe. I believe that failure is your fuel for success. And tell me in the comments what landed most with you today. I would love to hear your thoughts. Up next, I want to take you deeper into this journey, because once you understand the void, the next step is to understand the beliefs that are keeping you inside it. In the next video, I will walk you through the most common thoughts that keep people back once they've failed and how to break free from them so you can rise into your next identity with clarity and confidence. I'll meet you there.